man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
You guys come from Walker, Wisconsin. Watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas boxing.
Apparently, Joseph Diaz going around saying Ryan already has a November date, and he wants to fight Ryan Garcia, which seems to make the most sense. Now, last night, I was asking, like, you know, why was Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia and them so urgent to make this fight with Gervonta Tank Davis? Maybe it's just clout. Excuse me. Maybe it's just clout. You know, maybe they just clout chasing off a Tank fan base and Mayweather name. So, but let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase the chance of notifications. So, you know, more than likely, he's going to fight, more than likely, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to fight, Ryan is going to fight Joseph Diaz. And maybe they're just using this to get drop some audience to the zone, but they willing to make this fight. But the thing about it is, you know, Stephen Espinoza revealed that last time that this promoter messed up the fight, Oscar De La Hoya messed up the Jaime Munguia fight for Jamal Charlo because he wanted the zone to be involved, and he said these fights like Jamal Charlo and he was talking about them fights like, you know, Ryan Garcia and Tank, and obviously Crawford and Spence not big enough for Top Rank to be involved. But somebody argue, you know, that with Fury and Wilder really wasn't that big, you know, on paper, you know, and they did two fights, you know, two additional fights, and the second being the biggest over the controversy. So why not just split the money with the zone? Y'all already going around saying y'all ain't got the money, y'all don't have the dates. So like I said before, you know, Showtime is they have to really come to an impasse about that they want to continue the legacy of boxing on their platform. All right, they really gonna have to come to a decision. Like, bro, to me, it ain't even worth it. You know, and I guess they say, well, what we gonna fill the programming with? I mean, obviously they can always keep Showbox around if they wanted to, but think about it. ESPN got out the business of Friday night fights. They no longer have that series, right? HBO got out the boxing business when AT&T acquired them. It just didn't make financial sense. You're throwing money at something that's not bringing the viewership, so they can counter program that with more sports documentaries. They can kind of program it with more basketball shows, more NFL shows. They can kind of program it with, with a bunch of stuff, with new TV shows. Shit, they can do a contender like boxing series, and it's gonna do better viewership than what they doing on with Showtime. So for one man, they crying they don't have the dates on Showtime in. They don't have the money. They're not willing to send their fighters over there for reasonable money. And on the other hand, they want to be the A-side, but they don't have the money. My thing is, why not just get an arbitrator? Y'all lay out the numbers, or y'all, you know, have them call like some fucking fake purse bid by the WBA because it's not a real belt, right? And you know, they determine, you know, who y'all put a both bid in for the fight. Whoever got the biggest bid, you know, they can go to that network. Whoever put the most money up. Why not do it that way? If y'all don't want to split the dividends, or y'all want to split the losses with nobody, my thing is, why not just do like a purse bid in between the two parties, or you can just open up to anybody whoever want to host the fight. How about that? Well, more than likely between the two parties, whoever put the most money up, they can host the fight. You know, Espinoza talking about, well, you know, Ryan come over here and he can just, if they really believe they're gonna win, he can go back and continue his career on his own. Well, why can't it be vice versa for Gervonta Davis? Oh, we're not sending to them no network that don't sell, that don't have no viewership. Y'all don't get no viewership neither. A million people has never seen Gervonta Tank Davis fight on the Showtime platform. Never. Never. A million people have never seen him fight on the platform. Regular Showtime, they never put him on CBS, none of that stuff. But nonetheless, more than likely, he probably gonna rematch Isaac Cruz. I heard Isaac Cruz got a fight date. You know, I forget the dude. He fighting nobody. And, maybe fight Isak Cruz, maybe fight Michelle Rivera, who knows. And more than likely, Ryan Garcia probably going to get in there with Joseph Diaz. So Oscar knowing what the zone have to be a part of it, he know that's a deal breaker. It was a deal breaker with the Munguia fight. So there you go. They don't want their fighters over there. They don't want to share a platform with y'all. And quite frankly, Showtime don't want to fight no other platforms. Premier Boxing Champion Showtime don't want to fight no other platforms. They don't want to mess with y'all. They don't want to call y'all out. They don't want to do nothing to do with y'all. Because they don't even want to match their top fighters with their top fighters. Think about that for a minute. They don't even want to match their top fighters with their top fighters. Come on, they don't even want to put their big stars in there with their big stars. Come on. So if they don't want to make big fights on their platform and they beefing and they bunking over, who Charlo should fight and shit of that nature, come on. They can't even get right on their side. And then when somebody do get free of their contractual duties from their promoter, then they ain't got the money to pay nobody. When Devin Haney tried to negotiate a deal, they didn't have no money to pay Devin Haney. When Deontay Wilder tried to negotiate a network deal, they never signed Wilder to a network deal. Never signed Tyson Fury to a network deal. Come on, Anthony Joshua had an American network deal for a minute. They never put them on. That lets you know what they fighters worth. Tank don't have no network deal with Showtime. He ain't tied to Showtime. It's on a fight-by-fight basis. It's on a fight-by-fight basis for him. So, at the end of the day, it was too good to be true. They want to make this fight. So actually, that whole was like, get out Heyman out the way, get out Heyman out the way. And Ryan gonna turn around and fight Joseph Diaz. So it don't really make no sense. I know the triangle thing you're using on working boxing, but shit, you just beat Fortuna. Fortuna. Joseph Diaz already beat Fortuna, but he just lost to Haney. So what does the Ryan Garcia fight versus Joseph Diaz fight tell me? Not a damn thing. I have no interest in that fight. They do fight fine. Ryan Garcia is just gonna outpoint Joseph Diaz. Simple as that. Joseph Diaz is not really built. I'm not even sure if he really, is strong, is ready at 35. Well, he gonna make come up to 40. Excuse me. They probably gonna make him come up to 40. But all of them already know that fight ain't happening. So really, what we really are doing is wasting our time. So I mean, it sounds good. Ryan Garcia know what the deal is. Oscar know what the deal is. Floyd know what the deal is. They all know what the deal is. All this is simply for clout and relevant, to stay relevant. That's all it's about. Clout and relevancy. For their next fights. And they just gonna tell me we building towards it. Man, I ain't trying to fight. Think about it. They sat there and marinated Crawford and Spence. They marinate every fight on PBC. Hurd and Charlo. They marinate all these fights. Why would they go make a fight on time or before time? I say it's on time. Both of these dudes don't want to compete versus elite level competition. Why they want to make a fight on time with them two all of a sudden? That's not PBC's motto. It's not their angle. It's not their ski level. None of that. That ain't what they about. So of course it was too good. It was just some, stuff to talk about. Ain't nobody fighting. I mean, you really care about Danny and Jose Benavidez. Only reason that fight to be talked about is Jose Benavidez win. That should be the only reason that fight is talked about. Nobody want to see that shit. Ray Vargas and Mark Mayaxo. Boring. I don't even know how they still in business. And every time they do get a half-decent card like Charlo Derevchenko and Charlo Rosario, they put it on pay-per-view. The powerhouse is vicious. They put it on pay-per-view. So I expect Ryan and Joseph Diaz next. Just as a lot of people expect expect Keith Thurman and Errol Spence next. I mean, they ain't terrible options, you know. But then again, like I said, boxing continues to shoot itself in the foot. You know, Al Haymon continues to shoot himself in the foot. He, you know, don't recognize his problem. He's an idiot. It's one thing if you doing wrong, you clocking green at an alarming rate. But this nigga, he doing wrong, he losing green at an alarming rate. That's my thing, but it is. That's why you have a business account, and that's why you separate it from your personal account. So if Al Haymon filed bankruptcy, whatever it is, y'all hoes get it how y'all live. I'm gonna get the bare minimum. Think about it. Y'all can get the bare fucking minimum. I'm still got all this money in my personal account. So Al Haymon could walk away and still be good. Price the clause in this contract to release. You know, y'all can be released at any time and he walk away. You know, but yeah, I expect Ryan and Joseph Diaz. If you had to place the blame on one entity, I think it's both blame to go around, because Oscar already knew the 411 or how Al Haymon rolled. He knew it with Jaime Munguia. He knew what the deal was. Or Jaime being Charlie, he knew that the zone can't be a part of it. So a lot of the blame lay on Oscar, and a lot of it, probably the slight majority, land on PBC, because y'all sit here and y'all say, well, you gotta come over here, and then the money don't be right. Then y'all be trying to cop deals and cop compromises and stuff of that nature. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. If I'm coming across the street, make sure my money is above what I'm supposed to get, because I'm coming over to your side of the street taking a risk. So I need to negotiate way above my market value. Y'all the money team, y'all TMT, you the great Al Haymon, the great 3-check back-end checks. You know, I want to see what that life hitting about, and I want to walk back across the street and do my thing. I want to walk back across the street and continue my career wherever the hell I'm going. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop the video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Financially, just thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.